So welcome everyone. Alessandro here. I know most of you, I think, and if you're watching on replay, welcome. So we're going to have a short practice, 3 15-minute sections. One will be on grounding and how important it is these days, now that we're going through these difficult times, and actually always to kind of ground our energy, connect with the earth, and be nourished by the earth, because the earth is always there. We came from there, we're going to go back there. And I think it's just a reminder, this whole situation is a reminder of connecting back to nature, to the earth, and as importantly to ourselves and to other people. And I think that's happening a lot more. We were just talking about, you know, so many of these companies offering meditation. Things are really coming to the fore on self-care, taking time for ourselves, slowing down. And so Qigong, just to explain a little bit, some of you know about it, but it's a 4,000-year-old energy practice from China. Some say it's 1,000 years, but anyway, thousands long enough. But, you know, Qigong is observing nature and actually becoming more in tune with nature. So Qi is energy, Gong is practice. And in Qigong, one of the first things we do is connect with the energy of the earth. By standing on the earth, we can actually get a lot of energy into the body and release a lot of energy out of the body. So just follow for best effects. And if you're not so mobile or active, you can still do these sitting or lying down. So initially, just shaking off the whole body and dropping the weight off, dropping down to earth. And I was hearing, well, we probably know this anyway, like when animals have fear, trauma, when children, you know, are in accidents, things like that, they shake naturally. Animals shake off immediately the fear or the trauma after something has happened. Children shake immediately. Adults, I think we sometimes forget. So shaking is like allowing the whole body to release. And these days, because we work a lot on computers, a lot of us are at home, do more for the fingers, and between the fingers, clasp the hands, squeeze together, open the space between the fingers. Squeeze together, open, move the fingers. Keep the fingers flexible. They relate to the internal organs, they relate to the senses, and always good to keep them soft, flexible. Drop the shoulders, drop the hips. So anywhere that feels heavy, drop down to earth. So it's just connecting. Qigong is reconnecting to our natural state, our connection to earth. The more we connect to earth, the more we connect to heaven. So there's a very good Chinese medicine book called Between Heaven and Earth. As humans, we're just here, between heaven and earth. When we open up to the energy, which we'll sense later, energy comes through the body, starts flowing through and around. Then any pain, illness can often be helped to move out of the body. Shake the legs. So if you're not as mobile, do as much as you can, just shaking and standing, feet parallel, width of the shoulders. Just have a pause after the shaking. And just notice anywhere that still feels heavy. Sometimes when you pause and stand, you definitely might notice somewhere a bit heavier than somewhere else. Just shake that more. Or lower back, often we sit a lot. This is quite a good one. Shake, imagine you have a long tail, like a tiger's tail. Shake the tail. So it's loosening up the hips, lower back. Anywhere feels stiff, shake. Pause. So if you do this for longer, and in the morning, this first 15 minutes is actually a very good morning practice. Get the energy moving in the body. Next part is strengthening the body when you wake up. It's kind of bringing the attention to every part of the body, the back of the head, back of the neck, shoulders, lower back, And lower back, you can use the fist, like waking up the lower back. Hips. Harder on these big joints. Strengthening the legs. The whole body is supported, of course, by the legs, by the earth. So if we strengthen the lower part, it will help the whole spine and upper part. Bend down, knees, feet, come up, head, arms, shoulders, lower back, hips, bend down, once more, head, back of the neck, shoulders, lower back, hips, knees, come up, push down. Standing position is just the hands resting in front of the body. Imagine the hands lined up with the feet parallel, width of the shoulders, all the energy aligned down to earth. Close the fingers. This is a cleansing part, cleaning the hair, front to the back of the head, back of the neck. Come to the front, lower back, outside of the hips, legs, feet. Shake off. It's like collecting all the dust off the surface. So this is cleansing, purifying part. Bend down. Once more. Shake off. So just to give you an idea, this t-shirt is quite a good indicator. When we stand well on the earth, all the heavy element comes down to earth. We drop all the heaviness down. Body becomes emptier, like insubstantial here. We're dropping all the weight off. Mind or spirit uplifted, becomes clearer. The mind, all the heaviness down to earth. So this is a very good kind of illustration idea to have. And as we practice, that's what we might notice. The heaviness dropping off, body becoming emptier, feeling emptier. So now just standing, hands facing down to the feet. Knees can be just slightly bent. If you straighten them, then you bend them halfway, just slightly, like a soft bend, we call it. Hands facing down to the feet. Close the eyes gently, then focus your attention on the center of the feet, into the earth. You drop all the heaviness down to earth. Mentally, just put the attention on the feet. They can feel bigger, heavier, like standing in mud. And mentally sense the energy reaching the center of the earth. Feel like everything, all the heaviness, stuck feeling pulled down into the earth. The earth is always there welcoming anything we drop down. Just have to open the feet, mentally reach the center of the earth, which is a few miles down. Then the energy comes back. And the body supported. It's almost like a nourishing energy, like a tree standing on the earth, absorbing from the earth what's needed. This is strengthening for the legs, the physical body. And in the beginning, if it's tiring, we just check. Knees are bent, all the heaviness, adjust the body so you just feel the weight is taken into the earth. Breathing, you can breathe more out from the mouth, in through the nose. One more time, feet opening into the earth. Reach the center of the earth, the energy has to come back. Comes back, you might feel a slight vibration through the legs, like a shaking or readjusting. Just notice that. And it doesn't matter if not, but otherwise just stand further. One more time, center of the feet into the earth, very strongly. Rooted. Reach the center of the earth. The energy has to come back. Coming back, you can sense slight shaking, or if not, just shake the legs, take in the hips, take in the shoulders, hands, shake off, especially from the extremities. Often energy is coming out to the extremities, the feet, hands, the body releasing more. So over time, standing, very strengthening. If you go walking, out in nature, in the park, or to work, just imagine when you walk, put the attention on the feet. It's like getting energy from the earth rather than getting exhausted by walking. So it's like absorbing and feeling very rooted, if you like. Push down to the feet. This part is the self-healing form without touching the body. Come to the middle of the chest, open. Extend up, back, front, lower back without touching the body, down to the feet. Keep the head up if we can, turn, come up the inside. Middle of the chest, open, extend to the horizon, fingers slightly bent, containing the energy, coming up. Look up, shake the back of the head, breathe in, clear the head quickly. Fingers feel into the heavens. The more you go up, the more you go down. It's like the body extended upwards, downwards, to the horizon with the shoulders, everywhere opening up. Fingertips feel quite sensitive, as if you can catch something from the sky, catch the chi energy, the light. If you feel tired, keep the arms up, but just join the hands together. You can stretch a little bit, but not to give up, because often if we have a pain, a block, the energy has to come down through the body. So if there is a block, it tends to be around the shoulders or hips, we get tired, just join the hands, open again, continue. Catching something on the fingertips, come down the back of the head, front of the head, lower back, outside of the legs, down to the feet, turn, come up the inside. Open. So we're opening the front part and pushing the energy down the back, down the outside, into the earth. Reorganizing the energy system. Opening the front is creating the capacity for the chi or energy to flow better, more spacious at the front, and the back is cleansed and purified down to earth. Keep the breathing natural, regular. Once more. Push down to the feet. Have a pause. Just sense the effect of the form. Then we just break it down a little bit for the arms. The arms tend to have quite a lot of tension. Come up the inside, down the outside. And most of the channels or meridians go through the shoulders and the arms. So we're cleansing down and coming up the inside. Just carefully, when you get to the fingers, change to the other side. Once more, each side. Then come down the front here, have a pause. Hands resting. Come to the middle, separate the hands, one on top of the other. Open, as if we're opening an energy sheet between the hands. Just cleaning off the back, opening up. Then go to your left or right, doesn't matter which side. Just sense some connection between the two hands. This is just beginning to connect the energy between the hands and the energy around us. So allow the hands to move left to right. Just sense this connection, like a subtle connection. You move one, the other one follows. Sometimes they can change the way they move. Just follow whatever feels natural, but allow the whole body to be included in the movement. So often, Tai Chi is better known in the West, but Tai Chi came after Qigong, which is more a structured form. So when you connect the energy with the hands, with the body, then you have some spontaneous movement like this, very gentle, easy, and you just notice where the hands go, you follow. No right or wrong way, but the main thing is just to sense this connection between them. Then we can do something together, gathering the energy more towards the middle part. So hands, both hands down the middle, coming out as if you're gathering energy back to the body. One hand gently coming down as if pushing the other hand out. Down the middle. So one hand is a bit more grounded, the other one gathering back. Next time, both hands come to the front. Can close the hands just over the lower abdomen, just below the navel. About 2-3 fingers below the navel. And ladies, the right hand on the inside, left hand on top. Men, the other way around. So just rest the hands here. This is the Dantian, our main energy center in the body. Just close the hands, close the eyes gently. Sense the warm feeling gathering here. And even while we're sensing this, you're connected into the earth. The feet rooted, knees slightly bent. The energy still coming down from the heavens through the body, like filtering through into the earth. So we're just standing here, connected. Energy can work for us. Breathing, you can just use the nose for now. Breathing in and out from the nose. Smile on the face, take it easy. Just sense the warmth building up here. If you feel the breathing where the hands are, that's also good. Sometimes we notice this area, the dantian, moving, activating. Main thing is the warmth here building up. So when we practice Qigong, Tai Chi, many energy practices, yoga, it's gathering the energy to the center. Energy is gathered to the center, then internally you can flow, be stronger, become stronger. As it does, then helps us actually prevent many problems, illness, or if we do get ill, actually helps us to recover quickly. So that's one of the indicators. You practice well, then hopefully you stay healthy, but also can recover quickly. Just sense the warmth building up. And there's a great Chinese term, which is Zhen Ren, which means like a true human being or a perfected human being. But let's call it a true human being, which is just who we are, basically. We amazingly have amazing potential. We're all unique. We have our own qualities. And sometimes we go off track in life, like the stress, fast-moving pace of life takes us off track. So Qigong is kind of bringing you back to your natural state. It's not taking you away to do something odd or weird. It's reconnecting you with your energy internally. It's reorganizing your energy, rebalancing. Then when you're in good shape, you can connect better with other people, with your purpose in life. There are so many benefits to this energy practice, which brings in movement and stillness. But it's basically reminding us of our true nature. Smile on the face, take it easy. So just standing even like this, you begin to notice the legs stronger, the physical body more balanced, left and right into the earth. This area very warm, and just notice, imagine like a ball, a tiny ball of light in the center, concentrating all the energy to the center. Deep in the center, absorbed into the center. So each time you practice, you're building up this inner store of energy. Tiny pearl of light absorbed into the body, then expanding out. Gently press down. press down is like concentrate further. Hands gradually come away. Move the fingers. So one of the other benefits is also transforming the emotions. Energy can't be destroyed, it can only be transformed. So with the emotions, we have emotions like, especially at the moment, a lot of fear around. So one of the good things we can do is help the kidneys, which are the organs that relate to fear. So back of the hands, do some rubbing on the kidneys. Sense the warmth there building up. Lower back, rubbing. Turn the hands around, close the fingers, rubbing with the palms. Then pause, close the fingers, close the palms. Holding the kidneys, standing. So also standing strengthens the kidneys, can help to bring more energy up to the kidneys. Hands holding the kidneys, warming up the kidneys, just sense building up the warmth and energy in the kidneys. And just close the eyes a few moments. When you close the eyes, you can actually notice more. Sometimes when the eyes are open, our attention goes to things around us that distract us. So you close your eyes, it's like an internal landscape. Sense the kidneys warm, bright. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys are the brains of the body and often a bit neglected at the back. And because we tend to sit a lot, often this area can be a bit squashed or a bit depleted. So this is recharging the kidneys through standing, through holding the hands over them. Do some gentle rubbing now of the kidneys and rub down and off. And finishing form is just pushing down this way, coming up. It's like the energy is a bit fuller in the body. So the hands slightly rejected and off the body a bit more. Going down, lower back, legs the same way we did, but this time the arms come up in front. Looking up, back of the head, front. Outside of the legs, feet come up. And sense the strength also back into the legs. As you push down, arms come up first, legs follow. So strengthening the physical body, rebalancing the energy through the body, and internally gathering also. Next time, coming down and up without bending down this time, 3 times. Just follow the same movement, still reach the feet. And last 3 times, go to the back, then to the front. Finish this part. So third part is quite easy one. And if you're sitting or you're tired, you can sit. But if you're standing, also quite good to do it standing. We just close the right hand, put it over the heart side. So on your left hand over the right, right hand slide it on top. So the 2 hands closely together. Close the right, all the fingers. Close the left on top. and just slide it on top and rest the hands here. So this is helping to gather the energy back to the body, any energy that's scattered, that is depleted, a bit empty, it's calling it back to the body. And the heart tends to be overworking often. You know, our emotions, many emotions stored here, and we often worried, things like that. So here we're gathering everything back. Just close the eyes gently. So often the technique like this contains the effect. We don't have to do too much, we just stay with it, sense the feeling of warmth, like a melting feeling, energy called back to the body. So if we feel a bit drained, depleted, you can just do this. So quite good to do in the evenings as well. And something I like to add myself is also have a feeling of gratitude for everything that we have that sometimes is easy to take for granted. If we're watching this, we've got a phone or a computer, probably have a home, probably have a car, a job, family. Those simple things are easy to take for granted, more than what most people have in this world. Smile on the face. And another little hint, which is quite helpful, imagine smiling in your heart. Just project lightly the image, smiling in your heart. Every cell of the body smiling. The body is grateful when we give it the attention. Every cell smiling. The immune system getting to work. The immune system is always working for us, but actually just be really grateful to the amazing work it does day and night to keep us alive. And actually the chi, or the energy, is also what truly keeps us empowered and alive. This universal connection to the energy, when it's well balanced, we're healthy, we're happy, we're guided, we're protected, we feel inspired. So it's always available to us, but we need to take some time to be still, to connect. Stay in tune for a while, allow the chi or energy to work for us. Gradually, hands come into praying position. Push down 3 times, just detach from this part. Rub the hands together. Clean off from the face. Any dusty feeling, and push from the front to the back, just cleaning the energy front to the back of the face. So I was reading today actually that when people are grateful, and often they write down like a gratitude list every day, maybe 10 things, you write them by hand, their scientists say they're 25% happier. So even if it's 10%, that's good. 25 is a lot. So this, idea of just gratitude every day, smile in your heart, gather the energy back is a very nice, simple thing to do. And I think if you have children, grandchildren, great to do with them as well. Every day, write down by hand things that we're grateful for. So just a little recap. When we started, some shaking, you shake off from the body. Slapping is strengthening. Cleansing is purifying, cleaning the energy. Then standing on the earth. Energy reorganizing, the body nourished by the earth, strengthening. Very healing as well. Part 1. Part 2, the self-healing form, opening up the body, stretching, extending, connecting to heaven, connecting to earth more. And then sometimes we do a meditation, sometimes some movement like tonight, just a gentle movement. Sense the energy between the hands, the energy around the body. And then we settled everything down to our main energy center, the Dantian. And part 3, just simple, gather the energy back to the body, any depleted energy, gathering it back. Okay, so I will unmute us in case of any questions and any comments. Happy to answer any questions. Let me just check. Unmute all. Okay. So any questions, anybody? Some of you I know practiced before, so you know all about the energy. If you haven't, you may have some questions about what we did.
I thought it was really nice. I haven't done it for a while, and it's I actually haven't done it for a year. It's really bad. I always keep making excuses. I do a lot of meditation. I'm a meditation teacher.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's something I always neglect shamefully. But no, I'm gonna start doing it again, because I know how to do it. I've got my movements as well. But my 11-year-old just joined in on the first half as well, so I'm trying to rope him in a lot of stuff. So he really enjoyed it. He's just gone back downstairs, but yeah, he was doing the warm-ups and yeah, and everything, and yeah, I showed him how to. So he was doing it.
Kids like it, kids really take to it quite easily. I sometimes tell the story. There was one lady came to the class, and she said she brought her 2-year-old. She said he never sleeps, and of course I couldn't send him home. And normally you don't bring 2-year-olds to a class, but anyway, he was on a cold floor in the church. So we started doing the practice, and about 5 minutes later, he was asleep around her feet, on this cold, freezing floor. And she was just stunned. I was surprised as well. But like, children definitely sense the energy. So I'm sure if you're practicing or doing your meditation, your son he'll notice the energy is slightly different in the room or in the home.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, good. And I think also if you do sitting meditation, in Qigong we do quite a lot of, like before sitting, that you kind of can ground your energy but clear the mind. So before meditation, the mind is clear rather than taking things in. So in Qigong, that's quite an important part of the sitting meditation, is energetically grounding everything first. But sometimes up here there's too much going on. I'm not saying in your case, I'm just saying generally, people who meditate a lot, maybe it can be, especially in Buddhism, they tend to neglect the body. The body's not that important, but in Qigong the body is important even if you meditate.
Yes, I find that my dog comes and sits with me when I meditate.
Yeah.
And falls asleep. Not quite the same thing as a child, but
yeah, well, it's well, I was going to say a living thing. They're both living, but animals are very sensitive to energy. Definitely. Cats are very sensitive. Cats tend to come in the room and sort of be quite interested in what's going on. So I think, yeah, I think that's, if there's no more questions, I just wanted to, my friend Margaret, bless her, she practiced Qigong. She was given, I remember, 6 months to live, and she practiced Qigong for 26 years and lived for 26 years, having been given 6 months. So she was quite an inspiration. And when she went to China, she asked the Chinese Qigong master, what's the most important thing about the practice? And I just love this. He said, you know, always keep a smile in your heart, you know. So this is a little drawing I did, but it's just always a reminder, you know, no matter what the situation, you know, things are really tough at the moment, always, you know there's a positive aspect to come out of it. You know, sometimes it's hard to know or to see, but there's always a positive side to whatever, even drama or, you know, difficult situation. And if you can keep that smile in your heart, every cell smiling, you go to sleep, the immune system gets to work, the body just functions better. Always, you know, have this idea of this smile. So I'm grateful to Margaret for bringing that lesson back from China.
Right. And is this something that you're going to be doing on a regular basis?
I'm not sure at the moment, probably every 2 weeks, but with a different theme, you know, because at the moment it feels like it's quite a challenging time for everyone. So it's kind of just offering something free. Oh, and yeah, I do half-an-hour sessions. Yeah, some of you know anyway, for immunity tips. If anybody has specific things, then you can book in on the calendar, but I'll send that on the email to everybody. You know, sometimes it's, with some people, it's a physical thing, sometimes it's a mental thing. So with Qigong, we can approach everything, hopefully, and give some help with what we're all going through at the moment. So yeah, just look out for whatever's coming up, really.
Great. Thank you.
So anything else, anyone? Let me just check if there's in the chat. Sometimes you can put comments in the chat. I think there's a chat comment here. Let me just check. There's something in red here. Chat. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Bert. Okay. So, look, everyone, take care of yourselves. And oh, for those who have children, you know, that I've done a 7 series, a free series for children called Chi Bambini. And
where can I find that?
it's on my website. I'll send it to you on Messenger. But just a funny story about it. When I did a 1-minute video about it, and this video picks up the words of what you're saying. So I said Chi Bambini, and it says cheap Lamborghinis. so I've had a few people saying, "Could I have one of those, please?"
I'm sure my son would love that. Yeah, he likes cars.
Oh, he does. I'll send you the video. He'll quite, let him read it. He'll say, "What? You're selling cheap Lamborghinis?" Is he? It was so funny, and it's spelled correctly, Lamborghinis in the plural. Look, take care of yourselves, everybody, and thank you for joining, and I'll see you soon. We'll chat soon.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Bye.